The story about the US President-elect Joe Biden picking Nigerian-born Adewale Adeyemo as the Deputy Treasurer Secretary dominated news space for most of the week. However, there were other interesting happenings during the week. For example, Davido cast ex-BBNaija star Nengi in the official music video for JOWO, and Cardi B was named the Billboard Woman of the Year. Also, learn how popular gospel singer Tope Alabi was entangled in a paternity scandal, and the latest Champions League news update. Welcome to Sidemex Entertainment's Trending Last Week, where we bring you the hottest gist from last week. But before we continue, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as we drop another exciting video. Are you ready? On the 1st of December 2020, United States President-elect Joe Biden appointed Adewale Adeyemo as the Deputy Treasury Secretary for his upcoming administration. The Nigerian-born renowned economist and seasoned financial executive has been one of the key economic figures in America. He worked as a senior advisor and a deputy chief of staff to the 76th United States Secretary of the Treasury, Jack Lew. He was also the first chief of staff at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under Elizabeth Warren, who is now a United States federal senator. Senator Warren was one of those that contested against President-elect Joe Biden for the Democratic Party's presidential ticket for the November 3rd general election. Under President Barack Obama, Wally, as his friends call him, was the Deputy National Security Advisor and the Deputy Director of the National Economic Council. He also served as a senior advisor to the Vice Chairman at BlackRock Inc. between May 2017 and December 2019, and was recently the president of the Barack Obama Foundation. He had represented President Obama at some G7 summits and the G20 international forums as well. You can read more on Adewale Adeyemo on our website at sidemexentertainment.com. Use the link in the video description section to take you to the story. Nigerian Twitter users dragged BBNaija's Erica Nwadim after Davido featured Nengi in his JOWO music video. After the Afrobeat superstar dropped the trailer of the video on the 3rd of December 2020, he mentioned that seasoned Nollywood actor Richard Mofe-Damijo and Nengi would co-star in it. It resulted in fans mocking Erica, who they said had been hanging out with Davido since the reality show ended and still couldn't get a feature on his music video. Ouch. Still on Davido, his 5-year-old daughter Imade made the news after a video of her advising her mother to remain calm under stress instead of yelling. Her mother, Sophia Momodu, then promised her daughter that she would remember to stay calm whenever she is stressed so that she wouldn't yell at anyone. The two of them then shared a hug. Duncan Mighty is another Nigerian singer that made the news last week. According to the artist, his wife, Vivian, and her family had plotted to kill him and take over his properties. He shared a lengthy post on social media where he claimed that she and her family had been employing fetish means to take his life. Reports say that the two have separated amid the scandal. We have the full story on our blog on sidemexentertainment.com. In an interview released by the BBC News Pidgin, Zanku crooner and legwork inventor Zlatan Ibile made some inspirational revelations. He mentioned that he had done all sorts of menial jobs before he found fame. Zlatan said he worked in a cold room and gambled in game centers. He did menial labor like cutting grass and bricklaying as well. He also mentioned how he struggled to get into the industry and was blocked from performing at events. Things started looking up after a friend paid to get him into a talent hunt show shortly after he got admission to study at the university. He won the show and a brand new car as a prize. However, he said he had to use the car as a cab for 3 years before he finally became a big star in the industry. When asked what he would do as Nigeria's president, he cheekily replied that he would legalize weed and embezzle money as well. Oh no, Zlatan. On the international music scene, Billboard on the 2nd of December 2020 named Cardi B its Woman of the Year 2020. The magazine listed Cardi B's support for prominent social causes, her advocacy for voting, and the release of her raunchy hit WAP as reasons the rapper had a big year. The American rapper, who is famous for being bold, said in her interview that she isn't afraid to stand up to people when she believes what they're doing or saying is wrong. She also said she wants to use her life to show people that you can do positive things and still be themselves. Cardi B has 4 #1 Billboard singles, with her 2020 WAP song with Megan Thee Stallion being the 4th to reach the summit. Back home in Nigeria, Delta State-born and popular polygamous billionaire Nwoko made the news again last week. This time, it was in connection with BBNaija ex-housemate Princess. According to the former reality TV show star, she had once rejected a proposal from Nwoko. The revelation came after she announced on her Instagram page that she was done dating for love. Also last week, Regina told the public that she's open to her husband taking more wives. She said that she didn't mind and that it has never been a problem. Nwoko himself had told BBC News Pidgin in an interview that all his wives know that he can still add more women to his harem. What do you think about polygamy? Before you answer that, another celebrity family issue also went public last week. This time, a man named Mayugun Olaoye claimed to be the real father of Ayomikun, the first daughter of popular gospel singer Tope Alabi. Olaoye says the drama began after the singer changed Oyamikun's last name to Alabi, which is also the last name of her husband. He also claimed that Tope Alabi had been his lover between 1996 and 1997, and she got pregnant for him and eventually gave birth to Ayomokin in 1998. Mayegun Alaoye has been claiming that he is the biological father of Ayomikun for several years now. Meanwhile, Ayomikun appears to have taken sides, as she recently posted a photo of Soji Alabi with the caption, "Love of my life, father like no other." Let's get your perspective on this as well in the comment section. In another celebrity drama, former Nigerian footballer Peter Osaze Odemwingie called out Amara Kanu, the wife of another legendary Nigerian footballer, Nwankwo Kanu, over what he described as her insistent private messages to him on social media, which he found uncomfortable. Odemwingie said it was wrong for a married woman to send private messages to another man without the consent of her husband. In his Instagram outburst, Osaze also called Amara a failed Christian and mother. He also made some other utterances that can be found on our blog at sidemxentertainment.com. Use the link in the video description section to take you to the story. Now for some good news. Just after being named the brand manager of Juventus Academy Nigeria, Big Brother's Ozomena Chukwu also landed a deal with Africa's first sports radio, 88.9 Brila FM. He will be hosting his own sports show called Rewind with Ozo on the popular radio station every Wednesday. Congratulations, Ozo. And with that, we enter the world of sports. Lionel Messi and FC Barcelona have been sanctioned a combined £706 fine by the Spanish Soccer Federation after the Argentine was booked for lifting his shirt in a tribute to deceased compatriot and former Barcelona player Diego Maradona. Messi made the gesture following his goal in the club's 4-0 defeat of Osasuna on Sunday the 29th of November 2020. Messi was fined £543 for taking off his Barcelona jersey to reveal Maradona's Newell Old Boys shirt, while his club was fined £162 for parts played in the gesture. The Federation's competition committee showed little sympathy while strictly upholding the rules, rejecting Barcelona's suggestion that the punishment should have been waived as the gesture was a tribute to Maradona. Anthony Davis and LeBron James have put pen to paper on new deals with the Los Angeles Lakers to extend their stay with the reigning NBA champions. Davis's new deal is a 5-year arrangement reportedly worth $190 million, but the 27-year-old's agent told ESPN that his client has the option to terminate the contract before the 5th year. James, on the other hand, has signed a 2-year extension reportedly worth $85 million, which will run until his 38th birthday. The 35-year-old, who will turn 36 on the 30th of December, will enter free agency the same year his son Bronny, 16, will be due for the NBA drafts at the time of his graduation from high school. At the end of the deal, the 4-time NBA champion's career earnings could reach a whopping $435 million. Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton returned a positive COVID-19 test and was ruled out of last weekend's Shakir Grand Prix in Bahrain. The Englishman returned 3 negative tests the previous week, but soon after he started to feel mild symptoms and was advised to take a test on Monday, which returned a positive diagnosis. The Mercedes driver had been in contact with an asymptomatic carrier prior to his arrival in Bahrain. Team Mercedes confirmed that despite displaying mild symptoms, he was otherwise fit and well, and has gone into self-isolation with immediate effect in line with government protocols. They also announced George Russell as a replacement for their most coveted driver. Shakir will be the first time Hamilton will miss a Grand Prix throughout his 14-season career, ending a record run of 265 consecutive starts. After leading Paris Saint-Germain's charge to a 3-1 victory over Manchester United in the Champions League on Wednesday the 2nd of December, Neymar has again reaffirmed a burning desire to have former teammate Lionel Messi join him in Paris next season. "What I want most of all is to play with Messi again, to be able to enjoy him once again on the pitch," said the Brazilian in his post-match interview with ESPN. "He can play in my place, I have no problem with that, but I want to play with him next year for sure. We have to do it next season." Neymar's revelation came after Barcelona president Carlos Tusquets suggested the club should have sold Messi in the summer. Messi's contract at Barcelona will be up in the summer of 2021, and with the much-renowned Guillem Balaguer mentioning this week that Messi was bent on moving elsewhere, Barcelona and Ronald Koeman could be fast approaching the post-Messi era. Shakhtar Donetsk again stunned 13-time champions Real Madrid to complete a double over the Spanish giants, who are now on the brink of being knocked out of the Champions League group stage this term. Brazilian forward Dentino pounced on an error by Ferland Mendy and Rafael Varane to open the scoring in the 57th minute in an counter-attacking move after Real had taken a corner kick. The Spaniards did not improve their defending, and in the second half, Manus Solomon struck a second for Shakhtar from another counter-attacking move. 6-time champions Liverpool overcame injury problems to beat 4-time winners Ajax 1-0 at Anfield, thanks to a second-half goal by Curtis Jones, who scored from a cross from Neco Williams, after Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana failed to deal with the situation. Olivier Giroud overtook Zinedine Zidane's Champions League goal-scoring record with his 4 against Sevilla as Chelsea thrashed Spanish side Sevilla in Spain on Wednesday night. Chelsea also joined Premier League sides Liverpool and Manchester City in securing a place in the knockout stages of the Champions League, with an emphatic win over Sevilla. PSG also beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, and qualification for a knockout slot has gone down until the very last group game. Stephanie Frappant made history on Wednesday when Juventus took on Dynamo Kyiv by becoming the first woman to officiate a men's Champions League as centre referee. The French woman took charge when Liverpool and Chelsea met in the 2019 UEFA Super Cup and became the first woman to referee a major men's game in UEFA competition, overseeing her first Europa League game when Leicester City welcomed Zorya Luhansk to the King Power Stadium. Frappant also refereed the 2019 Women's Cup final between the USA and the Netherlands, which underlines her credentials as one of the most sought-after officials in the women's game, and led to her transition to the echelons of the men's game. She has also officiated Ligue 1 games in her homeland of France since 2019. As of Friday the 4th of December 2020, the total number of confirmed coronavirus infections in Nigeria was 86,627. 1,179 deaths have been reported, while 64,467 patients have recovered and been discharged from isolation facilities across the country. This means that the number of active cases was 2,981. That concludes this week's episode of Trending Last Week. If you enjoyed this episode, please share your thoughts in the comments section below and hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell for notifications on more content. And follow us on Instagram at CytomXENT and on Twitter at CytomX.